The story opens with Pao, a morgue employee, surreptitiously taking a photo of a deceased woman, an actress of considerable fame, whose untimely death has brought her to the morgue. Intrigued by the morbid curiosity of his friends, Ivan and Javi, Pao sends them the picture. The trio, driven by a mix of fascination and recklessness, convene near a trash can outside the morgue, where Ivan and Javi press Pao for more details about the actress. Eager to indulge their curiosity, they ask if they can see her in person. Under the cover of darkness and with a shared sense of forbidden excitement, they sneak into the morgue, careful to avoid any prying eyes. Inside the cold, dimly lit room, filled with the stillness of death, Javi's anxiety surfaces. He worries about what excuse they could possibly give if they're caught. But Pao, confident in his insider knowledge, reassures them that they won't be disturbed. With a mix of anticipation and unease, Ivan requests to see Anna Fritz, the famous actress. They approach her body, the air thick with tension as they prepare to confront the grim reality of their actions. Pao, with a mischievous grin, pulled back the cover of a different body, momentarily shocking Ivan and Javi before bursting into laughter at their reactions. Satisfied with his prank, he finally revealed Anna Fritz's body, a stunning woman, even in death. The beauty of the actress contrasted sharply with the grim surroundings, making the moment even more unsettling. The tension escalated as Ivan and Javi, fueled by a recent hit of drugs, decided to uncover her fully, their morbid fascination turning into something darker. They began discussing grotesque and disturbing plans for what they could do to her lifeless body, the casual nature of their conversation making it even more chilling. As the group's twisted curiosity grew, Ivan was left alone with Anna, while Pao and Javi retreated to another room, peering back through a small window to watch what might unfold. Alone with her, Ivan's thoughts darkened. Meanwhile, in the adjacent space, Javi and Pao engaged in a twisted conversation, their words reflecting the depravity of the situation. Pao began to fondle her lifeless body, inhaling the scent of her hair and pressing his lips against her cold skin. As he continued to violate the corpse, something unimaginable happened. The woman suddenly stirred to life. She awoke, finding herself in the midst of Pao's torment. Startled, Pao recoiled in shock, letting out a panicked scream. Javi quickly offered her some water to drink, and just as they hastily hid, a compounder entered the room, wheeling in another body. Anna tried to speak, but her voice barely rose above a whisper. The compounder, oblivious to her desperate pleas, was lost in his music, earbuds securely in place, and he left the room without noticing anything amiss. Once he was gone, the others re-emerged from their hiding places. In the dimly lit room, tensions flared as Javi and Ivan argued over what to do next, whether to silence her permanently or report her miraculous revival, knowing that either choice could destroy their lives. Javi, feeling a sense of responsibility, was determined to save her, while Anna, terrified, begged them to help her escape. The situation escalated when Javi and Ivan's argument turned physical. In the ensuing struggle, Ivan managed to knock Javi unconscious. Seizing the opportunity, Pao and Ivan dragged Javi's limp body into an adjacent room. With grim resolve, Pao brought Anna in as well, while he and Ivan began methodically cleaning the blood from the floor, erasing any trace of the violence that had just occurred. As another employee entered the room, Anna desperately tried to call out for help, but Ivan quickly clamped his hand over her mouth, stifling her cries. They struggled in silence, the tension unbearable, until the employee finally left, unaware of the chaos just beneath the surface. With the immediate danger past, Ivan hurried to check on Javi. But when he reached him, a chilling stillness had settled over Javi's body. He wasn't speaking, not making a sound. Ivan shook him, trying to rouse him, but there was no response. Javi was dead. Pao entered, hoping for some sign of life, only to be met with the grim reality. The weight of their actions crashed down on them as they realized the full extent of what they had done. They had ruined their lives beyond repair. Anna desperately pleaded with them to help her escape, but Ivan coldly instructed Pao to ignore her. The two men stepped aside to discuss their next move, leaving Anna alone with her growing despair. Weak and frightened, Anna collapsed onto the floor, where she spotted Javi's phone. Seizing a glimmer of hope, she picked it up and dialed for help. Meanwhile, Pao and Ivan were in a state of panic, grappling with the enormity of their situation. When they returned to the room, they found Anna holding the phone. She calmly informed them that she had just called her father and told him she was alive. Alarmed, they decided to move her elsewhere, fearing the consequences of her revelation. But as they prepared to shift Anna, the phone rang, the same number displayed on the screen as her father's. When they answered, they were met with chilling silence, realizing that no one had actually spoken to her. The eerie realization left them shaken, and in their confusion and fear, they dragged Anna back to the morgue. She pleaded for help, but was still pushed into the cell. Ivan slapped her. Anna called Ivan, disgusting, to torment the corpses. Ivan threatened her to keep her mouth shut. Anna was in a complete horror. Ivan rushed to get a container. Meanwhile, Pao was preparing to tie her up. She manipulated him, but he kept ignoring her. She pleaded again and again, and finally told him that Ivan is a murderer who killed Javi. She told him that Ivan had strangled him to death while Pao wasn't around. Pao still taped her mouth. Ivan, on the other side, went to find a container. He hidden behind them to avoid being caught by the two nurses. On the other hand, Anna freed herself. Though her body was stiff, she tried to crawl. On the other side, nurses left, leaving a clear ground for Ivan to get to carry the container to the morgue. Anna, on the other side, had finally reached the crawled out of the morgue. She struggled and made it to the door. Ivan ran to Pao, informing him that she ran away. Anna kept crawling towards the exit. Ivan appeared in front of her, but she managed to hide on time. He came in the same room to search her of where she was hiding, but went away. Anna untied her hand and stood up. She tried to walk but fell on the ground. She crawled towards the elevator, but just then Ivan dragged her back to the morgue. Ivan then met with Pao and told him that they should kill her. Just then, Pao asked him if he had killed Javi as told by Anna. But Ivan told him not to believe her, as she is trying to set him up against himself. They finally decided to kill her by bedsheet, as no marks remained on the body. Ivan brought a bunch of bed sheets and gave it to Pao. He was baffled as he didn't want it to kill her. Ivan then forced both of them to do it together. She started suffocating, and finally died. They went to get Javi's body, and filled it inside the container. Before leaving, Ivan told him to clear all the evidences. Ivan then takes the container away from the hospital. On the other hand, Pao was cleaning Anna's body. Ivan finally took out Javi's body and threw it away. Just when Pao was about to leave the morgue, Anna coughed. Pao went towards her to uncover her face and told her to pretend as dead. Ivan came back and checked her, reconfirming if she was cleaned properly. As they went to leave, Ivan checked his wallet to see his card missing. He went back to the morgue. As he entered, he finds Anna, wearing a robe again, completely fine. He turned to Pao and choked him and threw him on the ground. Suddenly Anna appeared behind him, stabbing him with the scissors. He fell on the ground, bleeding heavily. He was finally dead. Pao told her that they were about to leave. Just then, she stabbed him too, multiple times, finally killing them both.
Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can watch more videos like this.